Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Trust and Testimonies, where if you trust in Jesus, you will definitely have testimonies. So I wanted to come on to just let you know about a revelation that I got this morning regarding the B system. So God was showing me for a few weeks now. I remember asking the Lord, what will I need in the end times more than anything? And he expressly told me that I need to trust him. So trust is what is required more than anything during the end times. And then today, as I was listening to another video on YouTube, I got this revelation where God was linking the Sabbath day with the beast system, and he was showing me that if we can trust him to keep the Sabbath day holy and not to compromise, then we're being prepared for the beast system. So the Sabbath day, as we know, is the fourth commandment. It's on Saturday. It's from sunset Friday to Saturday evening sunset, where we do not work, we do not lift any heavy burdens, we don't speak our own words, we don't do our own thing on that day, because it's the fourth commandment. It's not a suggestion, it's a command. And so God expects his people to keep the Sabbath day holy. It was never changed. The Ten Commandments is a royal law. It was written by the finger of God, and so it will never change. And so God was showing me that if I am able to keep his Sabbath day and not to compromise, for example, if you're in like these customer service jobs, they would say, oh, if you have to work 2 Sabbaths in a month, 2 Saturdays in a month, or 1 Saturday in a month, if we don't compromise that and still trust that God is going to provide what we need, he will provide the food that we need. He knows we have children. He knows we have bills and we have to pay our rent or our mortgage. He knows everything that we need to pay, but he's still expecting us to trust him. Some of us has given up jobs because they want us to work on Saturdays. We've given up promotions and all these benefits and things that we could get if we break the Sabbath and work on Saturday. But God was showing me that if we are able to trust him in this, to keep it every week, and to rely on him that he will provide, especially in this climate where people are losing their jobs left, right, and center. People are being laid off and being made redundant. And God is expecting us to still trust him to provide. He's saying to me, it's going to be very similar in the beast system that is coming. I'm not going to say coming, it's here. He's saying that we have to trust him during those times, because it says in Revelation, you can go and read it, Revelation 13, and in other chapters in Revelation, you won't be able to buy or sell unless you take the mark or the number of the beast or its name. And so if you don't subscribe to that system, how will you buy your food? How will you pay your rent? How will you live? It's either you're going to take the mark or you're going to trust God. If you take the mark, you will not be able to enter the kingdom of heaven. That's it for you. That's a one-way ticket to hell. But if you trust God, that's why we have to learn to trust him now. Trust him in the small things. And God is so amazing, because during our years of walking with him, he has allowed us to go through different situations that will cause us to trust him. Different difficult things we faced. I've shared many testimonies here about how I faced difficulties even in my job, and God provided a way. God made a way. And so this is just a short video to encourage us that if we can do the will of God during the times when it's peace and safety, during the times when it's not so bad, how are we going to be able to keep his word when it's not so great? If we can do it now, we should be able to do it later on. It will be more difficult, but we should be able to do it. And so this is my encouragement to you. God was linking the Sabbath day and in keeping it and doing his will, because that commandment, it's linked to your money. It's linked to income, finances, promotions, it's linked to those things. So God is saying it's linked to that. If we can obey him in that fourth commandment, then we are being prepared to rely on him during the beast system. So this is my encouragement to you today, that we rely on God, comes what may. Do not rely on our own strength, and trust in the Lord at all times. pour out your heart to him. He knows exactly what we need. And so this is my encouragement to you. I hope it blesses you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.